In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hills. You promised you'd take me there again someday, Konami, but you never did. You fucked me over, man. You gave me a playable teaser and you gave me blue balls immediately after because you were like, you know what? Fuck you. You're not going to get it. Cancelled. Not going to happen. Well, guess what, Konami? Fuck you. Fuck you because the community is gathered and they are bringing that shit back. No, it's not Silent Hills. We don't know what Silent Hills was really going to be. Let's be fair. Silent Hills PT was just a playable trailer. They didn't even say if that's what the game was going to be like at all. It could have been completely different. But I do know for a fact that Silent Hills, well, the playable trailer for Silent Hills was some of the scariest shit I've played in years, and it was one fucking hallway. It was one hallway that changed into your worst nightmare and scared the shit out of people. And then Konami's like, no, not gonna happen. We broke up with our boyfriend and just no, fuck you guys. Well, fuck them. Because we live in an age where fans can kind of do their own thing. And we're seeing that now with several games. Fans and developers on Kickstarter and even the mod for SOCOM Insurgency. This is a game called Allison Road. It's being made by fans, and it looks fucking amazing. I cannot wait to play it. I'm going to be backing it in any capacity. I'm not certain if they are going to Kickstarter. I know it's an early alpha. I haven't really learned a whole hell of a lot about it because, well, it was just unveiled. I just found out by watching Alpha Omega Sin's channel, which, by the way, I highly recommend that channel. That dude is fucking awesome. He's got amazing content. But yeah, man, somebody's doing it. And if I'm going a lot, it's because it's just a sigh of relief, you know? It's a sigh of relief because
What's that?
people wanted this so much, and Konami did everything they could to shut it down. They're like, okay, well, guess what? You can't play it anymore. We're taking it off the store. We're just gonna we're gonna make believe this never happened at all. And then they made it so you couldn't ever get it again. Like, if you already had it downloaded, it didn't matter. You couldn't download it again. And then people were selling it on, like, eBay. They were selling PlayStation 4s that had it loaded up on there, and they were stopping it. They did everything they could to stop it. But you can't stop fans. You can't stop rabid fans that want shit, because they're going to make it happen. Because, as I said, we live in an age where we can make that happen. And the graphics are, you know, it's just amazing. It looks amazing. It's photorealistic. It looks, I would go out on a limb and say it looks better than the playable trailer, or playable teaser, if you will, whatever you want to call it. It just looks really good. And I remember people saying, you know, I think I was reading an article, somebody was saying, oh man, it's the playable trailer or teaser was so amazing, I wouldn't be surprised if some indie dev picks it up and rolls with it, or we start to see more games like that. And lo and behold, here it is already. It didn't take that long for somebody to get working on it, and man, it looks really good. It looks scary as hell. It really does, and I can't wait to play it. It's a long ways out though. Like I said, this is early alpha, so it's going to be a while. We don't know how long it's going to be. It might be a short game. Hopefully it's not too short. So real quick, I'm going to run down what the developers are saying about the game. This is a quote from them. You will take on the role of the unnamed protagonist who wakes up one day without any recollection of prior events. Over the course of 5 nights, it is your objective to uncover the whereabouts of your family, unravel the mysteries of the house, and face off against dark entities that are nested deep within the house while the clock is relentlessly ticking towards 3 a.m. What would you do if you could feel something stalking you in the dark in the safety of your own home? If you couldn't tell what's real and what's not. So it's gonna fuck with your mind. That's obvious. You know, that's definitely what they're telling you here. Things are gonna change and get crazy. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't even watched the full gameplay video yet. I wanted to hop on here and get this out there immediately. So I've literally got it on the screen right now, and I'm looking at it as I'm doing the commentary. But I heard from Alpha Omega Sin that all sorts of weird shit starts to happen. You're hearing voices, and you're seeing like blood coming down from the ceiling, and shit changes. Doors unlock that were locked before, and they swing open. Very reminiscent of the PT demo. Now, obviously, I'm just gonna go out there and say this, just in case you didn't play PT. You can pick up items as you've seen in the video, and you can check them out. It's gonna be kind of like one of those games where you have to like solve the mystery. You'll have to pick things up and scrutinize them and figure out what the hell is going on. So it's got an element of like a kind of like a detective like mystery style thing going on, in an absolutely terrifying and changing environment. And that's something that survival horror hasn't really done much of lately. It kind of harkens back to the old days where you had to get like a key item in like Resident Evil or in Silent Hill and inspect it and try to figure out what to do with it. It's something that they're doing now, only more modern. It's not as old school, but it does harken back. So I always thought that was cool that PT did that. There was just a lot of potential there for PT, for Silent Hills. I mean, it's just a drag that it never happened, but this is really good news, man. I'm like freaking out over here, and this has been a really good year for games. We're finding out Final Fantasy VII's getting the remake. People that were into Shenmue, they're getting Shenmue 3. It's just been a great year for gamers. There's a lot of great news coming out. Now, I do plan on playing this. Obviously, I'm going to play it. I don't know if it's going to come to consoles. I know damn well it's going to be on PC first. I'm pretty certain that's what's going to happen. It would be very strange if it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe they'll like bring it out on PlayStation 4 at the same time, but we are talking fan-made indie stuff here, so the likelihood of it being on PC first is very, very high. It might be on PC only, but I'm thinking that both Sony and Microsoft are going to look at this and say, yeah, we want it. So I would not be surprised if this does make its way to consoles. When I play this, hopefully by then I'll have a webcam set up, because the setup I got in here is really it's like a man cave. It's like a gamer cave. It's I got a recliner and shit, and I've got everything hooked up to a 51-inch HD TV. It's not your standard PC gamer setup with I'm not like right on a desk or anything, so setting up a webcam is gonna be a little tricky. But I definitely want that so you guys can see my reactions as I shit my pants and play this absolutely amazing looking game. I will be covering this extensively. When things come out, you will be hearing about it from me. So if you're new to my channel, I ask that you please subscribe. And please take a moment to leave a like so others can see this. I'm going to go ahead and let this footage continue to roll on. I thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.
I don't need that right now. Huh? Oh, thank God. I thought I was out. Just need some water now. I take a leak. Ah, there it is. That's just great.
The beginning of man, the beginning of sin and death.